carry. So when you move into late game, you have 178's cores are eventually countered, be it from early levels they're going to be countered. The first items and they're fine, but then late game they're counted, like they're going to be kind of out of the game. So Team Spirit, they can feel like they can be super aggressive, single dust and turn that into a kill, invest that money into more dust. So
and they can just have that choreo on demand 24/7.
But no, the Io gyro lane is actually a very strong lane, but when you have SKs from his stuns and you have this Ench just sitting beside you, like Io doesn't provide a lot until he has an item or two and or more regen and then a couple levels. So
thanks and have fun.
Legion in the bot lane though is the one to go down.
Having to buy an early stout shield, you have a lot more gold to start buying into maybe a bigger item.
I like as
the
well.
bucklers, the headdress, the
Parimatch being chased down. Ball slapping into his face. Home missile is finally coming along late, and there it is. Ergon says yoink. While he farms the jungle, he gets a kill and he even gets an item. As the Ocean's Heart does drop.
Have the jelly and the Ocean Heart, so
which are pretty good when you have a Zeus and an Eye on your team.
Yeah, these are pretty good. These are pretty good items for both teams. You can put the optic onto the Sand King, get a little bit of stun range. So
okay, Ironwood Tree to round it out.
He has
Ergon, that's the perfect kill.
Armlet. This will.
Hello, goodbye. No life left for a Zeus.
And then apply the pressure from there, or go for pickoffs when they know people aren't ready. So like right now, this play could be good due to the two heroes not being there.
Coming in, Kill comes out. Lich did get the frost armor on him though, so it's a question whether he dies quick enough. Just about though. Magic damage.
Sure.
But you know Leech is going to build a pipe anyway. Leech catching two together, and there's a double duel with a reload in. Well, I said he needed more damage, and he definitely delivered there. But now Palantir must arrive in Pikachu as well. The turnaround, Gyro already dead. They're trying to get them out. Immersion has got the tether to allow one to escape. He says, "Oh God, I choose you." Ghostic screams and tears in his eyes as he realizes he has been betrayed, and he will be left alone to die in the bot lane.
Hello, this is Gabe Newell.
That Parkle and the purple sword amplified like 4 times. I think that's the armlet toggle actually. Yeah, the armlet toggle was really it's something. Bignum, that was something. Okay. He could have actually dove for Diorara, but he doesn't really want it that badly. Yulp, kind of big target on the back line. Palantimos, he's been pretty tanky up to this point, but no longer. Now the Chain Frost bounces around. The turnaround opportunity might be there, but Palantimos still alive. Armlet toggle looking good, but he can't get another due to the rocket barrage, and they are playing ping pong between them. You said they worked together a lot.
Papa bless RNG.
And they might be so low, but the press of the R doesn't lead to their death. It leads to a Lich's or a provider, more or less, is what eventually happens. Which is why Pikachu and Palantir must have to deliver. They'll move in, they'll drag back the Io, but the Inkswell timing, no! Perfectly for Immersion to get away alive. They even used the Requiem and caught no one with it. Other stuff, and it's somehow.
But either way, it was good. It was a very impressive escape.
It was. Bignum.
There we go.
He needs to get out of the dodge. He's getting low. Ergon, however, he's the one in trouble. The duel comes out just in time to stop the final race. And Shadow Fiend, he's been turned around on. BKB looks to fight with the Frost Shield as well. He needs to back away. Chain Frost comes out. Since the case to lock one in. Now the stun through is good. With the epicenter damage, Ghost is going to get low. But Bignum, he's the one who goes down. The Dragon Plantimos gets the kill afterwards, and I will follow suit. It's a 2-for-1 trade. The big BKB was used. They might find more, though. As Pedushara has found Misha, the Soulbind comes out. It's just to delay the chase, though, as RTV, he is on the high ground. Zeus looking to turn around. Thundergod's Wrath comes out, but not really doing enough damage. They won't even get the stun. All in all, though, 3-for-1 trade. Not bad for your first BKB usage on the Shadow Fiend in that regard. It's this hero that always feels like it has a good start, and then just kind of giant question marks over his head on what to do next, what to build next.
That is kind of like this 178 draft, though. You have Ench and Shadow Fiend that both can get to this point. Shadow Fiend kind of does go a bit later. I just think the new Ench, I'm yet to see it kind of have a big standout mid-late game performance like the old Ench does, so I'm a little bit worried with that one.
I'm intrigued by the idea of like Ags, Hurricane Pike, and level 25. That's where I think you just delete heroes, but that's a long way off. And you can't play around 25. You can, however, play around your own jungle to find easy pickoffs on supports. It actually does hurt, despite the untouchable. Moving in, BKB's activated though pretty early in this fight, just to stop the Inkswell. And now Leech Commander getting low, feed away by the Requiem, but protected for a moment by the Glimmer Cape, but not for long enough. Fire back instantly. Soulbind comes out. Only the two as the BKB's running out. They're in trouble. Nimbus goes down. Chaos Knight needs to move away. Already used that Phantasm, and now he is going to burn up in the face of all this damage. Frost comes out with the Chain Frost. Will force them away. Lich resets the fight perfectly, and it was much needed at that stage.
Yeah, 178, when they start these fights, they need to stay away from the choke points. When you have a Gyro and a Zeus, moving up into these high ground areas, you're just going to feel the damage.
They've gone in the pit. This is super risky. Epicenter has been channeled up. Fire Strike, if actually gets whiffed. Bundle's Graph just came off cooldown. 1 kill already. Sanking is down. Stone gets
Shadow Fiend's trying to
do some ice. Shadow Fiend goes in. He gets it. He picks up the Aegis. They will get a dual win. Pikachu trying to exit is going to give over that Aegis straight away. At least they don't give it to Team Spirit. They instantly get punished for their greed.
This was just a little too forced. When I spoke about Roshan, I described it as like a tool to bait out your team to come to you. And Team Spirit were able to pick up this Zeus and this Io Gyro combo. It's like, you've shown your hand very early, so you need to execute your draft very well to be able to win these types of games.
Merchant, so you can predict movements. If you're playing with these outer lane wards, you should be heavily in those outer lanes. They are moving top, however, right now. Misha, gone! They get the Soulbind out, but BKB activate. Chaos Knight chasing in. 4-second stun on his Gyro. Doesn't last as long, but there's the buyback. They'll back off because BKB is running out. Palantimos, Inkswell won't connect, and they aren't willing to commit too heavily onto the Chaos Knight. Still probing. Did get you a buyback, but you did just use another BKB
to get the
charge.
shrine.
Oh, the big play. No, that's an important thing to highlight. And now, well, Bignum, he might just die. Immersion is going to leave LTV there. Yeah, he broke it. He left. Now, Chain Frost bouncing around. Legion Command taking a lot of damage. With this, since the gaze dragging him back in, they'll be able to find the kill. 95 seconds death for the Legion. And LTV, he's in no man's land. Trying to run away.
The Io is like 5 seconds away.
Nimbus, they got the Korra. As you said, the Io is back in. BKB Pikachu, he's committing here because Chaos Knight, he wraps around Palantimos, drag him back with the Phantasm Immersion. The target, they bring him down. LTV is all alone once more. And this time, they are not sending a rescue squad. They'll turn around. They'll bring down Misha. Ergon hides in the tree line, and LTV,
he doesn't have mana.
He doesn't have the mana. He can't TP out. And guess what? Look into my eyes. Not around my eyes, directly into them. Now die. Because LTV can't get away from the right clicks. He'll try and escape in the tree line. This TP is cute, but will it work? The miss chance? No!
The miss. Play Underlords.
It has the exact same thing.
Big team fight though.
Jump in.
Sir.
Thanking. Misses his Burrow Strike. That slows down LTV. Glimmer Cape protects, and Immersion is there to ensure that he is tanky. Soulbind out. I don't think that's a duel though. He's going to go for it regardless. He moves across in charge, dragged in. Instant double duel win. And not the target you want to give it over to. Gyro is healing up through all the damage. Immersion. There's a point at which bouncing the Chain Frost back and forth is a bad idea. And you have reached that point. True. They've been prioritizing vision around that area through most of this game now, actually.
Their vision has been this the entire game.
Yep. We protect our... you know what they are? They're just like... They're not a warring nation. They're one of those ones that is definitely big flex, but it's to protect themselves. And it turns out Team Spirit attempted an invasion and it failed. So... as a result, they do lose a lane in the blink of an eye because that is the nature of a CK at this stage in the game. And this isn't even a heart CK. Merchant, that's actually a perfect pick outside the base. At this stage of the game, for Io to get caught out like that.
I'd say wicked sick.
There's your win condition. When he buys back, which he will have to here, if he dies again, Team Spirit, they don't have the bulk to hold the front line.
Dire's top tower is under
This is so scary to defend right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
BKB Satanic on the CK.
Pikachu, a lot of damage done to him. Hasn't used Satanic yet. BKB's up just to try and take the rack. We'll get rid of the Nimbus. Moving in, Soulbind is there. Double fun strike going out.
Satanic though.
Exactly. Just trying to whittle down his Aegis casually. There it is. Nope. Gets the missile just in time. The Thunder Strike will get him. Lightning Bolt rather. Now, coming up. Pikachu gets duel straight away. He didn't activate the Satanic until they're trying to slow us down. They're doing enough damage to bring him down, keeping him alive. Yes, Legion Commander is dead. Prodigal's Wrath used. Melts through the Shadow Fiend. Lich almost dead as well, but the buyback's galore. Team Spirit, they've already lost the Io. Big condition of the hold is already down. Palantimos BKBs, though. He doesn't actually want to fight anymore. However, Pikachu has different ideas. I don't know if that was the disengage moment.
I think the disengage was fine, but the Shadow Fiend...
well, that's what I mean. The TP out by him.
Yeah, I think that the biggest issue there was actually the Shadow Fiend using the BKB at the pre-Aegis and then not getting the Satanic off. Like,
Yes.
his Aegis came up and he knows that he's going to instantly get dueled. The Rapier purchase needed a timing, so...
Jump in. Fuel coming out. And Legion Commander, can he win this one? It's a Sand King and he still loses. Step aside, boys and girls. Sand King is about to build MKB. Maybe. It's only 26 damage. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I think it's been a rough day in general for the offlaners. So, we had the Doom in the first series. Got the Legion in this series. It's just been a rough day for some of these guys who need to make clutch plays. Not saying this was a clutch play. This duel was just bad, but in general.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a fair assessment. Now Plantimos. Well, what buildings? BKB activates. Tank. One hit will get you there. Good lord, Pikachu. He already used his... Okay, he needs to be careful. Tanic's running out soon. No BKB to work with. Jump in. Bington makes the space to pull through. Immersion's already dead. And that is going to be Mega Creep secured, and RTV barely gets away. Glimmercake will hide his escape. Soulbind. I don't know what's worse at this point, that Soulbind or Legion's Duel. I mean, no one died because of the Soulbind, so I guess Legion's Duel still. But Plantimos, this is the end.
Hold up.
This is the end. The buyback comes out. He's going to force them on this. It's like, hello, building. Goodbye. And
I
GG
think the
comes
highlight
out.
of the highlight of the game was the double duel over here, where
Yes.
he lost both duels.
That was the critical moment. Cause like,
That was the best play. But no, overall, gotta summarize this, you know.